Are you working on your CV and wondering what needs to be included in the executive summary? Join me in this conversation as we discuss some of the key elements to include in the career profile summary, or what we refer to as the executive summary of a CV. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing, and I am joined by Evelyn, one of the CV writing experts, who will be expounding more on this subject. Thank you, Evelyn, once again.
Thank you again, Mary.
Yes. I am working on my CV, and I'm wondering, what do I need to include in the career profile summary or the executive summary of a CV? So you can start us off by, first of all, expounding briefly on the purpose. What's the purpose of an executive summary on a CV?
Okay. Thank you for that question, Mary. With the executive summary, or rather what we call the career profile summary, I realized candidates usually can't tell the distinction between the two, yet they're actually one and the same. So the purpose of the career profile, or rather the executive summary, this is usually it grabs the attention of this recruiter. So even before they get to the rest of the contents, this is the first thing that they see. So it needs to be catchy in the sense that it even convinces them that we're actually dealing with an expert. So normally it's an overview of what you've done career-wise, the skill set you've acquired also through the years. And even when structuring this bit, this candidate needs to put in mind other people are also making these applications. So they need to write it in a way that why should they pick you aside from other people who also have similar qualifications, similar experiences as well. Yeah. So
interesting. Great. So when working on the career profile summary or the executive summary, what are some of the key elements that we need to pay attention to?
Okay. So with the key elements, again, like I always say, with the guiding tool has to be your advert. So if that advert has specified on specific skill set and specific roles, also highlight them if you've also been exposed to such roles or such skill set. So that when this recruiter is looking at it, they actually see the two are actually connected. So they'll be like, okay, this is actually a person we can actually call in for an interview. Yeah. So skills, we also have the experience. The roles you've done also have to be correlated with the advert. So those are usually the major bits. I see a lot of people also usually having a confusion in this section, whereby they'll include information that is completely off. You'll see someone writing, I'm religious, I'm hardworking, if you pick me for this role, like they've already forgotten the main purpose of that bit. They even start talking about an objective. And you see an objective.
Exactly. I see quite a number of CVs have objectives.
That's usually the wrong approach to use. Because an objective only talks of your intent. But remember, what they're looking at is what are you bringing on board for us to select you. Because you can't talk of your intentions if they haven't seen what you're bringing on board. Yeah. Or bringing out that bit from a personal level. That's why I was giving that instance of someone saying, oh, I'm religious, I'm enthusiastic, I'm energetic. Yet the role does not have such requirements. Then you see someone highlighting bits to do with that. So it has to be professional. Because remember, the keyword here is career profile, executive summary. That already should give you an idea that what they're looking for is something professional, but in line with what they're looking for in the advert. So it should not come out as a career objective. It should not come out as a personal profile. Yeah, that's the main purpose.
Interesting. How then can I strike a balance between being concise and providing enough information in the executive summary?
A good thing. Yeah. So with that bit, I also realized candidates usually have a challenge with that, communicating information in the CV. So they want the information to come out clearly, but what they're actually bringing out is the complete opposite. Because most candidates work with assumptions. They're like, I've seen this advert, I know I'm capable of doing it. Let me just send the CV as it is. But remember, it has to be in line with the advert. So this advert will always be the main guiding tool for this candidate. So this advert is what will be giving this candidate pointers of what to incorporate, be it on the skills, be it on the experience. So they should always use the advert as a reference, especially if you're already conversant with those bits that they're tackling. That bit also has to be featured there. Remember, yes, it will still be featured in the working experience, but remember, it's in brief in the summary. Not too long, not too short, but depicting your expertise in line with that job advert. Yeah.
Would you advise then that we just have one CV with a customized, I mean, a generic or a general career executive summary, or we keep customizing the executive summary for every application that we send?
Okay. I wouldn't advise for someone to send the same thing every day when it comes to different adverts. Because you remember, each job comes with different requirements dependent on the nature of the job. So there are instances whereby someone, especially a good example, like for us, we write CVs for candidates, yeah? So there are instances after we draft and then the candidate goes to the advert, they actually see most of the bits have been covered. So they're only capturing minor details. Maybe it's a skill set they previously acquired. You get to add that. But this profile will keep on changing, so as well as the whole CV, depending on that job advert. So it's not just a matter of, no, I updated my CV last week, but this job advert requires other things. You will always have to go back to the advert so that you ensure all these bits meet 90%, or I always say 90%, so that you don't make sure everything is exhausted that's correlated with that advert. Yeah.
So it is always important to ensure you've thoroughly analyzed the advert.
True.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. We look forward, of course, to having you in our next videos.
Thank you, Mary.
Great. Indeed, getting to know what to write in an executive summary in your CV is very important, because this is the first thing that grabs attention of the recruiter when they start to go through your CV. And as Evelyn has taken us through the conversation, I believe you've picked one or two insightful things that you can be able to incorporate in your next job application. We encourage you to share with us your CV and the link for any advert position that you want to apply for, and the team will be able to reach out to you just to advise as to whether the CV as it is selling you out for that role or not, and if not, how best can you customize it. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.